Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica. Tonight's topic is going to be why the narcissist pushes so far. Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please subscribe. So, when you were in the narcissistic relationship, the narcissist pushed you. They pushed you from the minute you met them. Or perhaps you were born into a narcissistic family, or you have a sibling or parent or a relative that's a narcissist, and they too were pushing you. When the relationship ended or has culminated, perhaps you've gone no contact block, deleted them, and removed all people associated with them, including the flying monkeys, they're going to push you again. The thing is, the narcissist always pushes people. The narcissist, this is their nature. They need to push people. They need to abuse people. They need to manipulate people. And when they push people, many times they push people too far. Maybe some of you have experienced reactive abuse. That's a prime example. Other examples are when you are pushed so far and you give the narcissist so many opportunities to change. Of course they won't, but you didn't know that back then. Or you've given them so many opportunities to prove themselves that they want to be a better person. Never going to happen. Or you gave them more opportunities because you believed that that was your core sense of belief, meaning maybe that's your religious background. If that's the case, I understand. However, you need to understand that the narcissist is incapable of change. The only thing that they will change is the way they come back to manipulate you and to play the victim, or to claim that they love you, or to claim that they miss you, or to claim that they've gone to therapy. The list goes on and on. But the narcissist does one thing. They always push people too far. Let's take the workplace as the first example. The workplace bully / narcissist. Maybe you work with a couple narcissists. Who knows? The point is these people, what do? Most times they try to undermine your performance in the workplace, meaning they will try to take credit for your great work or your great efforts or your accomplishments. Many times they will try to take you down in the mud by having a smear campaign against you in the workplace, meaning spreading little rumors or gossip or things, untruths about you, and that maybe this, and this is happening, when in fact nothing like that's happening. They're just busybodies, but they push and they push and they push. And that's why many times good employees leave businesses. And the reason why is because people don't help out. Let me rephrase that. People believe the narcissist smear campaign, and they believe their lies and manipulation, because many times using the smear campaign, the people that are being smeared don't even know what's going on because they're unsuspecting individuals and they're being pushed. And the narcissist is a skilled veteran at administering the smear campaign and administering how to push people to the breaking point. It's exactly what they do. And that's why perhaps in your job or where you work, there is a high turnover rate. I'll tell you right now, a high turnover rate in the workplace for any business is a red flag. It means management is not doing their job, which in many occupations around the globe, management doesn't do their job. I'm not saying that that's the case everywhere, but specifically, quote unquote, upper management, which is a joke to me because we're all human beings and we should all be treated equally. But these people, like many times, are narcissists, not always, but many times, and they just want to administer pain and destruction, and they want to push people or their people that are lower than them on the totem pole, their subordinates, too far. That is exactly why your high turnover rate is taking place in the workplace. But getting back on track, when the narcissist pushes too far in a romantic relationship, maybe you have seen one too many times your romantic interest being a kind, loving individual to the exterior and or the general public, and people admire this person. They say, wow, what a great person that you have as a partner. You're so fortunate, you're so lucky. And you've been hearing this for days, weeks, months, decades. But then behind closed doors, they're a totally different person, and or they're Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And this is where you're enduring most of the abuse. Not all of it, but most of it. It's when you're experiencing rage fits, or it's when you're being gaslit or walking around on eggshells or given the silent treatment or being triangulated. My worst favorite, the most despicable thing that these people do is triangulation, in my opinion, and I stand by it. But you see, to the exterior, everything's peachy and rosy, and you're a fortunate individual, aren't you? No, you're not, because behind closed doors, you're being pushed. You're being financially abused. You're being emotionally abused. You're being mentally abused. You're being intellectually abused. You're being physically abused at times. The list certainly goes on and on there, and it's not until you get the education on channels like mine and many others, and again, thank you very much for being here, that you finally have your first light bulb moment, and you say, oh my goodness, This is what a narcissist is. It's in my workplace. These people, I am in a romantic relationship with one of them. They're my sibling, they're my neighbor, they're the clergy member at the church. The narcissistic person is a person who is all over the globe. I will tell you right now. They are come in all shapes and sizes, and they have all different kinds of occupations. Now, is anybody perfect on this planet called Earth? Absolutely not. But my hope is that you, like myself, are trying to better this planet and trying to improve and do the right thing and learn, grow, and teach if you can. But you don't want to be pushing people, and that's what the narcissist excels at. Let's take another example, the narcissist neighbor. This is a person who, when you first moved into the neighborhood, or perhaps they moved in next to you, you thought they were, hey, it's okay, we can barbecue together and we can, help cover each other's backs in the neighborhood, let's put it that way. And it seemed all great in the first couple months, and then all of a sudden things went sideways. Why? Because all of a sudden they're borrowing your tools, or they're asking you for rides to the airport, or they're asking you for rides to work, or they're claiming that they can't do X, Y, and Z, like they can't walk their dog. They need you to help them walk. The point is here is this person who turned out to be a narcissist is completely abusing every privilege on the planet, which is being a good neighbor, being respectful, and maintaining your boundaries and not crossing them. But the narcissistic neighbor, which is a video, I should do a whole video on that. This person, who they are, is a person that pushes the boundaries, many times within the legal limits of the law. They just come within a sliver of getting in trouble, let's say, but they stay within the boundaries. Many times they don't care about the boundaries and they just do whatever they want anyway, and hoping that you're not going to, rat them out or go to the authorities or whatever. But the point is, the narcissistic neighbor is the kind of person that perhaps is playing music at all crazy hours of the night when you're supposed to be sleeping, or they are working on their house at 12 midnight when in fact, let's be real, it's a neighborhood. You shouldn't be doing that past sundown or whatever time it is. But the narcissistic neighbor is also a person that will turn your neighbors against you, again, using the smear campaign. And they will push until most likely you move, or you just get so isolated that you don't even leave your house. Now, isolation is a whole different thing for the narcissist. This is how they thrive, because when your voice is silenced and or you are isolated, they love it because they can run the smear campaign as much as they want to, but more importantly, they're out getting supply while you are isolated, perhaps within your house. And this is one less person they have to worry about, which is you. Play that again. It's exactly what the narcissist wants. That's why when the relationship ended, let's say you were discarded, the narcissist, the smear campaign's in full force. But the point is they continue to make sure that your voice is not heard. And that's exactly what they want. They want to have the false narrative be listened to by all the flying monkeys and all the people that haven't wised up yet to this person that they're a narcissist. So when the narcissist pushes too far, here's another example. You are in the relationship, whatever it is, and you're working for the relationship, working for the narcissist, but you don't know they're a narcissist, and you're working, and then one day you say, I can't do this, I'm done, what is this, what's going on? And the narcissist, and you call them out, and you say, hey, what about A, B, and C? Can we at least work on this and figure out, can we work on this together? And then what do? They flip the script on you, and they administer a rage fit unlike anything you've ever seen before. Why? Pay attention to this. The reason why is because they already have sources of supply behind your back, and they are ready at a moment's notice to discard you. The thing is, because you stood up for yourself in this moment in time and said something, perhaps you experienced reactive abuse, who knows? But what happened is they pushed back on you and did not listen to one word you said. And again, perhaps you experienced a rage fit, but they wanted this to happen. They were waiting for this to happen. This was your discard. This was the final moment of your relationship, and it was mapped out perfectly. You see, everything was all lined up. All the movers were in place. All the flying monkeys, even though they didn't know that they too were being abused, were all in place. All it took was you to stand up for yourself and say a couple things like, what's going on here? I thought we were together, things like that. And boom, no, they let you have it, because that's when the mask officially dropped, and that's when they began to push you as far as you could be pushed. And that's when they said, you know what, I'm out of here. They discard you, and boom, that's it. That's exactly how it happens. You see, the narcissist will always push. They will always take. But the thing with the narcissist is they know that each and every relationship they're a part of has a expiration date. It does. it is 100% true. That is, again, why the narcissist does not have many long-term friends. That's why they have multiple marriages. That's exactly why many times immediate family members don't talk to them for decades, if ever. Because the narcissist themselves has an expiration date. And when they push, thinking that they're better than everybody else, because that's what they do, eventually it comes back to haunt them. And that's why, again, as I've mentioned many times on the channel, the aging narcissist is not a pretty sight to see. You see, this is an individual whose best days are long past them, but they're clinging on to hopes. They're clinging on to all the money they can cling on to. They're clinging on to all the desperation, and they're clinging on to abuse you one more time. So that is why on the deathbed of the narcissist, many times, the aging narcissist, there's no remorse, there's no introspection, there's no I was wrong, I apologize, I'm sorry. They're gonna go down swinging. That's what they do. Why? Because they need to push you even further. You see, the narcissist always will push you. And once you understand that they will continue to push you, the more you tolerate the narcissistic relationship and or remain in it, the more they will push you. And it never benefits you. It only benefits the narcissist until you go no contact, block, delete, and remove all fly monkeys and people associated with the narcissist. So guys, when the narcissist pushes too far, they do it frequently, more times than you would know, but many times there's an underlying theme behind it, which means they have the new supply already lined up. They're just waiting for that match to be struck so they can discard you, and there you go. The perfect situation is set up. You are now discarded. They pushed you to the brink. You're now isolated. You're alone. You're all by yourself. And what do? Go on to the new supply, the unsuspecting individual who thinks they've just hit the jackpot, but in fact, they just entered the narcissistic fog. Guys, I hope you liked the video. I loved doing it from beautiful Costa Rica. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great evening. Stay true, stay blessed. Continue to become awakened and aware, and understand if anyone is pushing you in the workplace, a neighbor, your romantic interest, friends, whomever, don't take it. That's a red flag. That's not good. Just remain stoic, remain calm, remove yourself from the relationship, at least for a period of time, and regroup and think about if this person even benefits you going forward, and then make a decision. Guys, no matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. I love you. Have a great evening, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. God bless you. Good night, you guys.